What's up, familia? Welcome inside the pad. Hope you guys are doing good. Keeping between the lines. Got your load secured. Damn, I haven't said that in a while, man. Man, it felt good to say that. For one reason or another, it felt good to say that. What's up, Tortuga Cafe? Brian, hey, Mr. Garcia, what's going on? Yeah, it's been a while, man. Andrew, orale. Um, yeah, first live of this year. If you guys don't know, just a little recap of what I'm doing on this channel this year. I'm pretty much just staying silent, with the exception of very few things like lives every quarter. Um, I know we're a little bit past the first quarter already, so this is why I'm doing this live. Outside of that, man, yeah, my channel got demonetized just because of what I've been doing on it. Um, I got the update that hey, it's demonetized, and I'm like, orale, that's cool, that's fine, man. This year, I made a vow, right? I made a vow. I'll get to you guys' chats in a second, but I made a vow that this year is 100% about me. That is it. That's what I said, man. This year, I'm focusing on me and nothing else, man. And I was gonna remain silent, and that's what I've been doing, man. That's what I've been doing. So I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to just leave the channel alone. I wanted to keep content going. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing the content that I've been dropping, but because of the content that I've been dropping, YouTube went ahead and demonetized the channel, which is fine. It's no problem, man. I have a fun time doing YouTube. So yeah, man. But it's been a little bit of a challenge, Holmes. But I like it. I like it. I like the content that I've been doing. I've been trying to come up with a couple of new things. One thing is every Friday, every Friday I'll be dropping some workout videos. I am no expert whatsoever, but I do um I do Zoom calls with youngsters, right? Mainly youngsters, couple of older heads, man. We talk about like their relationships and stuff, man. I shouldn't laugh because it's pretty serious stuff, but I do Zoom calls with youngsters, right? Um, Teenagers and dudes in like their early 20s. And some of them had told me like, hey, that I should do some workout videos, right? And I'm like, all right. I thought about it for a second or two, and I'm like, man, I don't feel comfortable doing that, dog. I'm not really sure how people are so comfortable just recording themselves working out. It feels weird. It feels strange. Like, okay, is the camera looking at me all right? All right, man. Now let me go ahead and get a workout in. It looks strange. It looks weird, but with all that, I'm like, all right, you know what, man? They've been getting at me and getting at me, and what kind of workouts do I do? Like I said, I'm no expert whatsoever, man. There's some really good channels out there that will tell you how to, focus on certain body parts, man. Me, I just do just different type of workouts. So I'm like, all right. So every Friday I'll be dropping those, man. And yesterday was the first one. I like to put a little story. It's gonna be more motivational than anything else. It's not gonna be me saying like, "All right, man, check this out. This is how I do this workout." Nah, Charlie. I'm just gonna be doing one workout and put some sort of motivational speech behind it. I kind of like doing that. I thought that was probably the best way to go. A little bit different, but I don't want to be like some of these other channels because I'm no expert when it comes to that stuff, man. I want my phone to ring. All right. But yeah, man, got a couple of things I want to talk about on this first quarter end of 2025. Let me see what's up with everybody for a second. Hey, Vic, what's up, homie? Keep it outside the line. Load insecure. Órale, cortó a cafe, dog. Jenny, how you doing, homegirl? Shouts to the 619. Let me see. Chatters, going to try to stay silent too. There's a power. There's a power in staying quiet, man. There's always been. Hasn't always been about you, Cholo. Yeah, no, man, hasn't. Let's see. Let's make see a great one. Said text message. Set me cut, man. That's right, man. That's right, Mr. Garcia. First live of the year. Yes, first live of the year. I'll do my second live. What in June? Hey, Mile High. What's going on, homeboy? Shouts to you out there in the box state, man. How you doing, Keisha? Travel with my wife, meeting people and places. Traveling's good. I like to travel, man. Hopefully, one day I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling. For new stuff, your voice of reason, good motivation, regardless. I appreciate that, Debbie. Um, the music stuff, I'm still doing that. I started doing something new. I don't know if anybody caught up on that. Every Sunday, I think somewhere around 8, 7, 8 o'clock. I forgot when I do it, but I drop a video calling you got to feel the music, right? I pick out certain jams. I'm not taking any requests. I pick out certain jams that just hit you like right here. And I just play that just one song a week. One song, man. Shouts to all the music channels. I'm not trying to compete with them or anything. That's why I just do one song and one song only. And that's that. And it's not only gonna be oldies. I know a few people had got at me and said like, "All right, that's right, oldies," and it's not just gonna be oldies. I'm actually gonna be doing some country music too, man. I love me some country music. I love me all types of different genres of music, man. So yeah, they work out videos on my Instagram with positive message behind it. That's good, man. Motivational speeches are Cholo's thing. Homie is a politician. Oh man, I'll tell you, dog. Lot has been happening, man. Cholo, Wes Watson. Hey, he ran into some trouble, right? I'm not all caught up on that, on all that stuff, but I heard he ran into some trouble, man. See, happy you're back. Yeah, Brown man. I mean, I didn't really leave. I didn't really leave. All I wanted to do was for the year 2025 was to remain quiet and just do my own thing, homie. You know, a lot of changes in my life. Um, and I just wanted to be focused on me 100%. Like nothing else. I'm just focused on me. I'm still active and doing my thing on all my other channels, but on this one, just because this channel is about my life, it's basically me. Yeah, it's Total Trucker. I talk about me, talk about trucking, music, whatever it may be. Anything that is really me, that's what this channel is. All the other channels, they're all subject oriented. You know, my wrestling channel is just about wrestling. The boxing channel, just about boxing. The movies and shows channel, it's exactly just about that. You know, where this channel is me, my life, and everything, right? So I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna stay quiet this year and just focus on me. And I got goals, baby. I got goals, man, and we're knocking them down one by one, man, to get to the major goals. So yeah, for sure. What's up, Crusted? Miss you. Here, positive. Yeah. Gracias, Jenny. Crusted, let me see. I thought I saw a comment right here. I don't want to go too far back. But anyway, man. So what have I been up to? What have I been doing? A lot of thinking. A lot of thinking. Let me go ahead and tell you guys something, man. You when you get time to yourself to just think, right? You realize on how much you start focusing on other people. You know, nobody really holds themselves accountable. People go so easy on themselves, right? When you think about anything, doesn't matter what it is. I mean, the whole political thing just happened, right? But not just that. Whenever you go through life, it's you give yourself a pass, right? You give yourself a pass. You come down pretty hard on other people for their foul ups, their mistakes, them being late, whatever it may be, but you give yourself a pass. When in reality, that's the person who you should be the hardest on, not somebody else. That person has to live with themselves, right? You're the one that lives with you, and you are a dictator to you. You control your life. All the foul ups, all the mess ups, everything of that sort. I see people just jumping on, whomever it may be, right? Pointing out all their foul ups, all their mess ups, everything that it could be, right? But you give yourself a pass. When it's time to be hard on you, you give yourself a pass. When it's like, I'm not gonna focus on anybody, man. And I'm not giving myself a pass on anything. That's who I'm focusing on. And I think there's a little bit of healthiness to it when you stop focusing on so many other people. And there's so many of these positive sayings that sound good, but in reality, man, there's a lot of harm behind all that. All this stuff of like, there's a lot of just open, empty words that don't really mean anything, but everybody just kind of nods their head in agreement because it sounds good. But nobody stops to say or stops asking, "Hey, well, wait, what do you mean by that?" Like, "Hey, we need to help others." Okay, everybody just kind of agrees and nods their head, like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Okay, help them in what? Well, just help them, just in whatever. Okay, like what? Well, you're saying you shouldn't help people? No, I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying you should, but help them do what? What are you looking to help them in? Because it just sounds good. You need to help others, okay, but help them do what? Because ultimately, the goal should really be you being able to do it for yourself, should it not? I mean, we talk about people like they're so incapable. See, if I help somebody in whatever it is that they need help in, first of all, I need to make sure that I know something about that subject or whatever it is that they need help in that I can actually help them in. But the goal is really to help them to the point where they don't need my help. Not they're going to need my help for as long as they live. And I just continually just keep on hearing help people, help people, help people. It's like, okay, let's start nailing down what is it? What's the focal point on the helping of individuals? And can you help them? And the goal should be for them one day not to need your help. If that's not the goal, then homie, I'm not sacrificing my life, dog, just to keep on helping somebody that in reality, there's no law that says you need to help anybody. You're doing it out of the kindness of your heart, and I need to see results. If I help you, I need to see results that my help for you is doing something. And I know I'm saying me, but I'm just speaking generally. It's not just, hey, give this dude 20 bucks. Yeah, help somebody out. All right, cool. 2 weeks from now, they need another 20 bucks. All right. Next month, they need another 20 bucks. All right. 2 more weeks, they need another 20 bucks. Hey, homie, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. It's like, how long are we going to go, dog, where you're just expecting this feria, right? And it's not just money, but one thing that you can never get back is time. Nobody can ever repay time. They can repay money. They can repay whatever it is, or give you whatever that you lend them, or something that was broken, or anything of that sort. Anything that's material, right? But the one thing that you can never ever pay back is time. So I need to make sure, and I would recommend that everybody make sure where you are investing your time, and all this help and positive movement, that a lot of it, like I said, it's kind of empty. I don't really see, nobody really keys down on anything. It's just kind of just left up, floating in the air, and it's like, okay, but what do we actually mean by that? What is it that you're looking for? Yes, it sounds good, and you just kind of nod your head in agreement, but what is it? Because I can never get time back. Nobody can. So I'm going to be very selective on where I spend my time, right? And I think a lot of people get caught up in just a lot of positive and positivity and positive and positive, and not really even taking into consideration what's the goal of this positive movement, whatever it may be. Hey, it's not about you, it's about the community. All right, what about the community? Because if I better myself, I'm making the community better. You know, shout outs to my boy Guerrero Fitness, right? His real name's Yofan. He's on YouTube. I've known him since I was like 15 years old. Now, you guys could go to him and he'll teach you how to work out, man, because that dude's on it, right? I've been knowing him, his family, everything since I was a kid. He's always had a good head on his shoulders. And I remember a video that he did, and he said, hey, you got it all backwards, right? You need to help you out first. You need to help you out first, and then the ones that truly want to help themselves will come to you. Because there's people that just want you to do for them, but then there's others that want to do for themselves, but they need your help for you to teach them, how do I do for me? There's that old saying, I'm sure everybody's heard it, right? You give a man a fish, he has a meal for a day. You teach a man to fish, you know, now he can eat, he can fish for himself, and he has food for whenever, man. As long as there's fish in the pond, in the river, in the ocean, whatever it may be, right? But there's people that just want you to keep fishing for them. Hey, man, help me. Share a fish, man. Come on, don't be stingy. Yeah, share a little bit of fish. Oh, it's the next day, right? And then it just keeps going and going. It's like, hey, homie, you're not my responsibility, big dog. You need to fish for yourself. Nor is it really incumbent on me to really even teach you how to fish. If I do it, you got to appreciate that. That's time that I'm taking for you to go ahead and learn something, so you can go ahead and apply it, implement it into your life to help yourself. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not part of any movement, not part of any community, not part of any group. I don't want to be. And I see, I'm gonna talk to my men right here. Shouts to all the ladies that watch this. Okay, shouts to all the ladies. I'll get to you guys' chats in a second. I'm gonna talk to all my men right here, right now. Again, shouts to all the beautiful ladies, fellas. You having this desire to belong, you having this urge to get somebody behind, to follow, to man, who's someone that we could get behind and follow and this thing, guy, that person is you. You are a grown man. You are an apex predator, homeboy. You are a leader. You are a man. All this looking for community, all this looking for, somebody to follow, all this for something. Guy, you are giving up your power that you have as a man. I know in society we don't really talk about that anymore. It's more, woman empowerment. But as a man, homie, you got all the power. That doesn't mean you go and start hating women. You go and start hating, government or anything of that sort. But big dog, you are a man. You got all the power. You want to have people that you look up to. That's fine. That's cool. Pick them wisely. Pick them wisely. But all this wanting to belong to a group and find somebody to get behind and somebody to follow and everything. No, dog, your family is to follow you, man. So you become that leader. But you need to become a man worth following. So you need to understand that as well. It just can't be, hey, I was born a male, so now orale, everybody's got to follow me. No, you got to become that man, homie. You got to become that man that's worth following. We're men. We're leaders. I know in today's society that's pretty unpopular. But so many men have given up that power. So many men are trying to trying to belong. So many men are trying to get behind another man for that man to lead them. No, that power is yours. You're a dictator of your own life. Understand that, man. Understand the power that you have just given away. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Talking to a lot of people in these Zoom meetings, it's a lot of fellas are struggling, man. It's tough to see. It's rough to see. I like chopping it up with the youngsters. I do, man. I do. They got some good energy, and there's gosh, man. That's why it's crazy to me how many people complain about youngsters. It's the same people that complain so much about the youngsters, but then say the same thing. Hey, man, I don't want them to go what I went through. Okay, you don't want them to go through what you went through, but you're pissed off at them because they're not acting the way you acted. You're if anything, it's us that failed the youngsters. They are the way they are because us, generally speaking, as a group, allowed it. But I see so much contradiction, so much contradicting. Oh man, the youngsters this, the youngsters that, the young and hey, homie, I got my own little, thoughts about the youngsters as well. Like, God, gosh, like some of the ways some of these fools dress, homie, it's like Cordova, what's going on, homie? Keep it between the lines out there, brother. Rubber side down, Holmes. Um, but it's a lot of contradicting that I hear. It's just like just blame youngsters, man. Just youngsters this, youngsters that, youngsters. Okay, well, who's teaching the youngsters? Who's the one that failed? And then when I say that, everybody wants to get personal, like, oh, well, wait, I taught my kids. Okay, so you're just talking generally, but then when it's when you get down to it, like, okay, well, who taught them? Well, now let's get personal. Now it's not generalizing anymore. But yeah, man, I have a good time talking to the youth, talking to youngsters, man, and having these Zoom meetings with them. It is cool, man. Some of these guys, they're man, like so many others, man. Some of them are missing a male role model. I'm not saying I'm that to them because I don't know them in person, but a lot of them don't have dads. Some of their dads are here and there, off and on. Um, some of them, most of them know their dads, but some of them are kind of like don't have that relationship with them, right? They're just kind of like a weekend dad or every other weekend dad, and it's just kind of like, damn, that sucks, man. All right, let me see what you guys are saying before I get to another thing I want to talk about. Um, Damn, I don't know where I left off. All right, I'll go back just a little bit. Let me see my best quote. I'll start with you, Jenny. Let me see if it should be in the wisdom of the man, only the power of God. Yes, not everybody believes though. Survive life, make memories. Hey, you know what? I've never heard that one, Jose. I kind of like that one. Survive life and believe. Or was it? What was it? And make memories. A man who follows the Creator is a good man, worthy of following. There you go, Debbie. I like that. Okay, but like I said, not everybody's a believer either, right? We have the freedom in this country, so not. I get it, and by the way, I'm a believer myself. But yeah, not everybody you come across is a believer. You have atheists out there that don't believe. It's just to them, it's kind of like whatever, right? Um, so that's why I don't, regardless of who I'm talking to, yeah, my belief, my faith, and I sharpen up on that. I got to sharpen up on that every single day, right? I was at church today, and man, I got a really good message, man. I got a really good message. I walked out of there just like, damn, just feeling it, man. Just feeling like, man, it's a beautiful day today, man. Let me see. Yeah, what's up, Jay Cordova? I see you on your channel, homie. You were live a little earlier today, man, but I was changing the oil in my truck. It's great wisdom into the youth. Yes, yes, it is. What I don't see. Look, there's this whole thing, right? In society, it's like woman empowerment and everything, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying that's a negative thing. I think there is some negativity to it, and I don't want to turn some sort of male freaking empowerment of any sort. I just want men to know, dog, you are a man, homie. Like, dog, that is that means something, homie. That is the most powerful thing you could be in the world. A man. Shout out to all the ladies. I'm talking to my fellas right now. That is the most part. Think about that. You are a man. We need our lovely queens. Do not get me wrong. We need our lovely queens. But out of everything that you could have been in the world, you are a man. That is the most powerful thing you could be in this world. Yet you are over there not knowing the power that you have, your role of leadership, over there trying to get behind some sort of movement, some sort of community, wanting to belong to something. And I get it, man. Maybe you didn't have a dad to teach you how to be a man. I understand that part, believe me. But I just need fellas to really understand, dog. Take a second to think that you were born as the most powerful thing on the planet. but it's very important to use it wisely. Very important to use that power wisely. That doesn't mean you just start walking around with your chest out like, yeah, I'm a man. Holmes. Like it's just, I'm powerful. I'm the most powerful thing because you get run into another man who's, probably a little bit more powerful than you at that moment, dog. He's there to let you know what time it is, right? But just think of everything that man has created. Think of, I mean, dog, you are the most powerful thing on the planet, a man. And so many men have lost their way. You don't need to get behind somebody. Okay. You don't need some movement. You don't need some. Look, I'm not saying there's anything bad with community. Yeah, I get it, man. Look, where I live here. Sure, I know my neighbors a little bit here and there and everything of that sort. All this, hey, man, united we stand, divided we fall. Nah, Charlotte, dog. If divided you fall, that's you falling, homie. I'm not falling. I'm not falling. It's on me to stand. That's why a lot of these things that sound good, really dissect them. United we stand, divided we fall. I'm not putting whether I stand or fall, I'm not putting that on somebody else. Then that takes responsibility off of me on whether I stand or fall. Oh, I fell because you guys decided not to unite. That's why I fell. Chale, dog. I don't give a damn who decides to unite or stand or whatever, fall, whatever. Chale, homie, I'm standing as a man. It's not on them whether I stand or fall. You're a man. Conduct yourself as one. Stop all this us, just us. Hey, man, you know what? Once we come together, whoever we is, once we can come together and then only then can we move forward. Then only then, do we have power. Damn all that, dog. You are a man. You already have the power for your life. All this, everybody, some other people, or everybody needs to come together, which I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what coming together even means. I'm sure it doesn't mean physically come together. Where the hell is everybody going to meet up at? I'm not even really sure who us really even is. Oh, only then can we move forward. No, only then can you move forward because that's where all your stock is at. My stock is right here with me. I'll move forward. No need, no movement, no need, no anything, no need anything of that sort. I'll move forward. You are a man, carnal. You got the power. No need weed. Now surround yourself with good people. All that stuff, yeah, all that stuff is good, great, and dandy. I'm not saying any of that stuff is all bad. But again, only then can we move forward. No, you can move forward. You can move forward. You can move forward without the we. Whoever, I don't even know who the heck the we is or us. You can surround yourself with the right people. That always helps. And then that becomes your we. That becomes your us. But this whole big blanket, this whole generalizing of the big blanket of this whole big we, us, whatever it may be, it's just something that we're just like, okay, when is that ever going to happen? And how does that help me personally? Time. You'll never get time back. you'll never get time back. So if you're just sitting around waiting for some sort of movement or community or we or us or some miracle to take place for you to get to where you want to get to, you're never going to get that time back, man, just sitting there waiting. Lace up your boots and go get it. Lace up your boots and go get it. You're a man. The most powerful, the most powerful species that you can be, dog, on this earth. A man. No excuses. It's rough, it's tough, but you got it. Don't need to be criticizing, no need to be looking at somebody else and pointing out their flaws, their failures. Look at yours. That's the battle. That's the fight right there. Damn, I did this. I messed up. Good. Don't do it again. Yeah, but I don't know if I can. Okay, who's in charge of you? Who's in charge of you? You are. You're in charge of you. Who dictates what you say, how you live? You do. Your emotions, how you respond, how you react. You. You're in charge of that. Think of how much power you got. Now go do something with it. There's another thing I want to get to, man, but let me see. Damn, I know I'm Spencer. I'm not gonna be able to get to all you guys' chats, but let me see what you guys are on here. Tips and jobs. What's up, man? Damn, I know I'm not gonna be able to get to all you guys. Let me see. Trucker, do you still tap in with Gunners Collective and Sea Dog? No, no, I haven't, man. I haven't tapped in with them. What's up, Pete Town? Let me see. What's up, Lord Spike? Jose Sanchez? Mm, looks like you guys are talking to myself. Nobody said life would be easy. My dad used to say life is what you make it. Definitely, life is what you make it. Absolutely. So go make it. Go make it. Behind every man is a woman, says Jenny. At times, yes, yes, absolutely. Like I said, it's what's crazy? Okay, because we're at in society, right? And it's been like this for quite a few years, right? Like if a woman comes out and starts speaking like woman empowerment and telling women how strong they are and everything, you're not really gonna get a dude on there that says like, "Hey, you know what? You need a strong man, ladies. You need a strong man." But every time a man comes, and this isn't a shot at anybody, but whenever a man comes out and it's like, "Hey, man, you know what? Let me talk to the fellas. Let me talk to the men." And hey, you know what, fellas? We're strong, man. You're a man, and it's like there's always gotta be reminders of like, hey, there's a strong woman behind that strong man, and many times there is, and we need each other. Absolutely. Let me see. Traveling Charlie, what is going on, homie? Did you go to opening day, big dog? See, what do you think about the fact Chicano rap documentary hasn't come out yet? I don't think it's going to. I actually had a conversation with them, um, man, about close to a year ago, and I don't think it's coming out, man. I don't think it's coming out. I mean, I don't talk to him like that, but I don't think it's coming out. Oh, so Cholo just jumping in. All right, man. We balance each other. Yes, we do balance each other. I agree. I agree. We definitely balance each other. So, when I talk to the fellas and tell them this, it's not this whole now you gotta start bashing women. Now you gotta it's not anything like that whatsoever. It's just especially in our society where it's just kind of like it's just kind of basically, man, like guy, just step aside, man. And it's like, no, no, you are a leader, Holmes. You are the leader, but you gotta become that man. You gotta become that man. You know, before I wrap it up, I do want to go ahead and touch on this, and that is knowing and believing. I was on Mikey's channel yesterday. Knowing and believing. There's a difference, and there's conflation with those two things. There was a there was an acrobatic man who would once upon a time there was an acrobatic man who would get a wooden barrel, right? And he would go over a river. He's on top of the barrel, and he would run on top of the barrel, spinning the barrel to get him to the other side. And he would get so close to the waterfall, to the edge, right? To the waterfall, right? That drop was 100 feet. All right. Now, if he goes down, most likely he dies. If not, he's going to get severely injured. Okay. And he would do it back and forth, right? And people would go out to see him. And it's like, oh man, look at this guy. Man, this guy's crazy, man. This river's like flowing, and he gets so close to that waterfall, jumping on the barrel, just running, getting across, right? Then he'd go and come back, and he'd go back and forth, back and forth. And then finally one day, right, because people will gather up to see this happen, he went up to the people. He's all like, okay, who who believes I can make it across this time? And everybody raised their hand. Like, oh yeah, I believe you'll make it. You've done it already, so I believe you'll make it. Okay. How many of you know that I'll make it across? Again, everybody raises their hand. Okay. So who's willing to go in the barrel with me? Jump inside the barrel and we'll get across. No takers. And he's all like, you guys don't know that I'll make it across. You believe I'll make it across. See, can something have gone wrong? Can he have misstep and something go wrong? Yes. Right? So you can believe, but you don't know. So much information out there, so many stories, so many articles, whatever it may be. We can read them all. Do we know it to be true? No. We can believe it, but we don't know it to be true, though. Most things in life, familia, we'll never know the truth. We will believe that we know the truth, but we don't know the truth because we didn't witness it for ourselves. You know what's true only when you witnessed it for yourself. You saw it, you lived it, you heard it. But outside of that, you could look up any stats, anything, whatever it may be, right? What floors me is the people that get in debates and all of this. And it's like, okay, what are you guys debating? It's like, oh, the truth. You don't know what the truth is, man. The country from Cali to New York is a little over 3,000 miles, right? Okay, anybody can look that up. But do you know that? Have you gone out measuring the United States from sea to shining sea? No, but we just go with it because all we do is just, hey, we'll look it up and that's that. And then we believe it, but we don't know that. I've driven, as a trucker, I've driven across the United States. I can look at the meter, but at the same time, it's not a straight shot. There's turns, there's curves, there's ups and downs, there's left, there's rights. So understand, familia, when you get into all these arguments, oh man, get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. Facts is not truth. Most of us will never know the truth on a lot of things. I can do my own study, right? I can do my own study. Like, let's say, how many people like cheesecake, right? How many people like cheese? I love cheesecake, man. I do, right? But let's say I myself go out and start asking people, do you like cheesecake? Right? Boom, I start documenting it down. Okay. All right. I ask 1,000 people. Okay. Out of that 1,000 people, let's say seven, 700. 700 said they love cheesecake. All right, cool. So now I come out and I say, hey, 70% of Americans love cheesecake. And then somebody looks it up, right? And then they tell me I'm wrong. Like, no, this study shows that only 50% like cheesecake. So you're wrong. And I asked them, okay, how did they do that study? They asked 1,000 people. Okay, well, so did I. Yeah, but see, they're professional though. Okay, well, why does my study not count? If they went and they asked 1,000 people, and the 1,000 people that they asked, only half of them said they like cheesecake. I went and did the exact same study that they did. I just asked a different 1,000 people. So now who's right, who's wrong? People aren't going to believe me, even though I did the same study, but because it's on here, that's what you're going to go off of. That's what you're going to believe. Yet they did the exact same study that I did, but I came out with a different result. Familia, and I'm using cheesecake just, something random. But I see, familia, I see a lot of people arguing, a lot of people hating one another and just, about so many things, politics included. And yet, you'll never really know the truth. You're just believing numbers. I'm not saying somebody's lying, somebody's telling the truth, but you don't know the truth unless you do it for yourself. Unless you're the one that actually does the study for yourself. A lot of people are just fighting each other off things that they can't prove. I could prove it. Really? Prove it. Ah, here. Let me look it up. Aha. See? It's right there. That's not proving it. That's just you believing it. How do you know that's true? Shout outs to my boy Root Beer. from Chicano Ideas. He actually joined the National Guard, man. I hope that that youngster's doing really, really good. Um, I remember he's really into, Chicano history and all that stuff, right? And he, he had told me, he said when he got on, he said, man, back in like 2009, 2010, 2011, if you were to look up anything about like Chicanoism and Chicano history and everything like that, he's all like, no, there was nothing on there. There was nothing on there. Now, now you look up anything of like Chicano history. Oh man, there's so many articles. There's so much stuff out there. And he told me, he's all like, somebody had to put that stuff in there. Well, yeah, just like so much, it's just like anything else. Somebody had to put that on there. Is it correct? Don't know. Is it false? Don't know. I'm not going to argue about it. So many people that fight about history, and it's like, oh man, you know what, that person's wrong, and I'm right. It's like, how so? Oh man, well, read this book. How do you know that book is right? I'm not saying it, and I'm not saying any of this stuff is a lie. I'm just simply saying believe and knowing are two different things. You read that, so you believe it, but you don't know it. You weren't there. You didn't see it. You didn't witness it, but yet you're willing to, you know, start groups and start battling and start hating and start arguing and start fighting somebody else that doesn't believe the same thing you do. Yet both of you guys don't even know what the real truth is because you guys weren't even there. Neither was I. All this, hey man, education is key. Education is key. Knowledge is key. Not no, it isn't. Discipline is. Discipline is key. Check this out. How many people know what's good for you, what's bad for you? Food, right? You know what food is bad for you. You're educated enough to know that a lot of this food, and I'm not talking about a deep dive into some of these ingredients and processed food. I'm not even talking about that. This is a fast food restaurant, McDonald's, anything. Everybody's educated. Since a kid, I knew that stuff was bad for me. Everybody knows it. Donuts. Donuts aren't good for you. Cake. I mean, the list is long, right? How many of us are educated on what's good for you and what's bad for you? Again, not going into like a deep dive into food. You're educated enough. So if you're educated enough, how do these how do these food products still exist? The lack of discipline. Because it's not education is not the key. Discipline is key. Education is good if you have discipline. Discipline is first. Okay, I know that's bad for me. I need to be disciplined enough to not partake in that anymore. You can be educated about it all you want, but discipline. So let me see. Let me get to a few of your comments here. It's already almost going to be an hour. Shoot. Let me see. Sodas, it's my weakness. Yeah, man. Yeah. Soda, I think Coca-Cola, I think there's, I forgot the name of the small town in Mexico where like Coca-Cola's huge there, and they did a research that like they drink more Coca-Cola in that town than they do water. Supposedly cigarettes are bad. If you want to gamble, go ahead. A good cigar every now and then. Education is key. That's the one thing that can't take away. But I have a degree from the School of Hard Knocks. Which one do I use more? Education is key. I'm gonna say discipline. I'm gonna say discipline. You can be educated on so many things, but if you don't have the discipline to use that education, then just like I brought up food, so many people that are suffering from health issues and everything like that when it comes to food or whatever it may be, you're disciplined enough not to know, not to eat that stuff, but I'm sorry, you're educated enough not to eat that stuff, but you're not disciplined enough. Da, da, da. Still the water in that town. Do they, Jose? There was a little small documentary I saw on YouTube, where they drink more Coca-Cola than they do water. Used to me. Okay, let me see. That town Mako is full of that. Yes, yes, and that's why traveling Charlie. That was the documentary. It's full of diabetics, man. So many people were dying of diabetes, and I think that's why they did that documentary. I'm like, damn, they drink more Coke than they do water. That's crazy, man. All right. So, damn, man, it's already gonna be an hour. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but all right, the last few minutes, man, I'll just go through your comments, man. If I missed any of your comments, you guys could put them down. I'll just go through your guys' comments. Let me see. I have left them alone. Droop chips. I will make wait. Discipline. I got from my father and the military. Yes, so Jenny. Let's see. Oh, the Las Casas. To be exact. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know the name of the city. I saw it and it just kind of stuck with me. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Let's see. Keisha, like Lay's, you just can't have one. That's why they make it look. That's why they make food to taste good. You know, I mean, in reality, we should be eating to fuel our bodies, right? But I mean, if you're just gonna make food just to fuel people's bodies, you're gonna go out of business because the public has spoken. People want food to taste good. Shoot, I do. I'm gonna make me something to eat just in a minute. I'm making it to taste good. So I mean, people choose that over health, and the public has spoken. People have spoken that that's what it is. Fred, gracias, Fred. I'll be talking to you soon, brother, on my other channel, man. I have no discipline. Hey, you know what, man? I'll go ahead and tell you guys this. In reality, check this out. Do this. I highly recommend this a lot, man. Work out and take freezing cold showers. People get tired of me saying that, but do that constantly. Work out and take freezing cold showers. Man, it does a miracle. I like Burger King. You can't. Man, Burger Kings are really going down, aren't they? Honestly, I have a tough time finding Burger Kings. I mean, I'm not looking for Burger Kings, but I don't see them really out there anymore. Yeah, I know. Try and try. You travel a lot, home so. Ate a lot of salmon, brown rice, eso, fish, a lot of mercury in it. Mexico is supposed to share the Rio Grande with the U.S. Share Colorado River with them. See, you can't believe even scientists. They say, well, look, I'll tell you this, Anthony. I'll tell you this. When I was a little kid, when I was a little kid, Pluto was a planet. Pluto, right? There was 9 planets. Pluto was a planet. Years later on, it was like, oh, you know what? Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's like, oh, okay. If you ask me, I'm gonna say Pluto's a planet. But in reality, I mean, do I even know that that thing's even there? I've never seen it, right? So I'm just going off. It's just what you believe. I mean, that's really it, man. There's a difference between facts and truth. All right. The fact was when I was a kid that Pluto was a planet. We had 9 planets. That was a fact. Years later, Pluto's not a planet anymore. Okay, now that's a fact. What's the actual truth? I don't know. I've never seen Pluto. I don't know if that sucker exists, if it's there, if it's not there. Most things we'll never know the truth. It's just belief and facts. Let's see. It was a joke, Cholo. I'll laugh right now for you, Keisha. Cold shower is painful, so no thanks. It's not painful, Debbie. It's not painful. It doesn't feel good at the moment. I'll tell you that much. I got one life. Still eat. God damn it. Eat 50 for food makes me feel different. Let me see. Oh, anybody told you that you look like Anthony Banda from the Dodgers? No, dog. But now that you tell me that, I could throw on a Dodger uniform, dog, and sneak my way in there. I tried taking cold showers. I tried taking cold showers. Don't work for me. I don't know what that means, Andrew. Doesn't work for you in what capacity? Yes. Pluto got dog. Small planet. That's true. Take super hot showers and 2 or 3 a day. Damn. No cold showers. Not trying to freeze the nalgas off. I'd like to know. Cold. It doesn't. When you say cold showers don't work, what do you mean? What's the cold shower? What are you looking for the cold shower to do that it doesn't work? Truth is Pluto is Mickey's homie. Now they say it's a star. Yeah, we're never, just believe, believe or not believe, just like anything and everything else. Everything about history, everything about look. So look, check this out, man. Now we're going over an hour here. Okay, look, we lived through the pandemic, right? Okay, 300 years from now, you and I, we're not going to be around anymore. Okay, neither are our kids. They're not going to be around anymore. All right. Nobody that lived through the pandemic will be around in 300 years. So when they study 300 years from now, when they study the history and what was the pandemic, it's just what they're going to believe. You, myself, let's all write a book. Let's all write a book about the pandemic and what happened and what was the pandemic about, right? Okay. We're all going to have different stories. Who's right, who's wrong? But we're all going to have different stories. Some people are going to say it was made up. Some people are going to say it came from China. Some people are going to say it was some political move. Some people are going to say there's going to be all kinds of different stories out there. Okay. Thing is, let's get 5 of those books and let's fast forward 300 years from now. Which one is right? Which one is correct? They have no way to know what was right, what was wrong. They're just going to read those books. They're going to read articles. But they're not going to know what the truth was. They're just going to believe. because here we are now. Here we are now. We went through it. And it's not like everybody comes to the same conclusion on what the pandemic was all about. So when I see people arguing and fighting about history, it's like, okay, a lot of that stuff can be embellishment. It could be false. It could be 100% true. None of it could be true. I'm not going to fight about history because we don't know the truth. A book, an article, a documentary, whatever it may be, it's just if you believe. Just like the example I gave. 9/11 is slowly becoming more and more a part of history. All right, let's fast forward 200 years. Are they going to know the truth? It's just what they're going to believe that's written down. Was it an inside job? Was it a real terrorist attack? Was it about oil? Was there really people on the plane? Now, I would say it'd be foolish for them to start fighting each other when none of them know the truth. They're just fighting off of what they believe. 200 years from now, on something like the pandemic, 9/11, something that we lived through, but yet if we all write a book about it, you can find different stories. Let me see. The Holy Bible is the truth. And you know what, Anthony Bravo? That's believing, right? I mean, that's believing. Could have been altered. I've talked to multiple pastors. They don't believe it has. I read a chapter of the Bible almost every night. Could it have been altered? Can there be something false in there? I don't believe it to be. But again, believe, right? That's where faith comes in. But knowing, believing, facts, truth, not the same. Not the same. Stop fighting each other, man. Stop fighting with others with things that you don't know. You just believe it, but you don't know. And neither does that other person. You guys are fighting over something that you guys believe, not know. All right. Take cold showers, work out. And when I say work out, it's not even for you to get fit. Okay. It's not. It does so much for you. I'm telling you guys, man, mentally, it does a lot. It does a lot for you. It really does. Go out for walks, take freezing cold showers, um, do these things, man. Challenge yourselves. Challenge yourselves. You know, it's and to all my men out there, to all my boys out there, to all my guy dude bros, to all my vatos locos forever out there, you are a man, Holmes. You were born as the most powerful thing that you could have been born on this earth. Damn it, dog. Use that. Stop laying around on your couch, man. Just, coming up with excuses on your life. Just wasting your life, Holmes. Damn, dog. You have just like I was saying earlier. You could have been born as so many other things, man. So many other, creatures crawling around this earth, but you weren't. You were born a man. The most powerful thing you could have been born as. Godly, man. And for you just to start blaming others or blaming the situation, I'll go ahead and I'll leave you guys with this. All right. It may have not been your fault, but it's your responsibility. It may not have been your fault, but it is your responsibility. I'll leave you guys with that one. All right. I'm gonna tap up out of here. I'll be back to do another live in June. Am I gonna remain quiet between now and then? There might be, if I go cycling and do a couple of things like that, I might go ahead and talk. But outside of that, I'll keep on dropping content like I've been dropping. Sundays, I'm dropping. You got to feel the music. It'll be different music all over the place, not just one genre. Fridays, I'll be dropping some workout videos, and throughout the week, I don't know, man, I'll be doing a couple of other things. But yeah, you're not gonna really hear me talk too much. Certain special occasions, I might talk a little bit on some videos here and there. But outside of that, I'll see you guys in June for another live for the second end of that quarter. We will be halfway through the year 2025. Till then, familia, as always, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of your surroundings and always keep a safe distance. Blood makes you live, but loyalty makes family. Till next time, this is Ed the Troll Trucker. Damn, it feels good to say that again. Over and out.